Oh, having a life. I wasn't the only one. Fletcher looked about ready to fall asleep before he took off. Matt Flaherty, an ex-detective who was rendered an invalid and taken off the force by the lasting effects of a bullet, was making noises about going home and painting his house, and Lucas was licking the sugar from his fingers. From beginning to end, our meeting took only 10 minutes, so when I got up to file out after my colleagues, I was expecting to tootle home and do nothing, or hang with my best gal pal, Lily Schuler. I hoped to take advantage of her downtime and my boyfriend's work schedule, since he was currently undercover. Such was the nature of our work. I could work non-stop on a case, evenings and weekends included, then hit a dry spell, which even made my laundry look interesting. Fortunately, I had better plans. They involved Lily, a bottle of tequila, and a bucket of limes. Lily texted me to let me know it would be epic. Lexi? Solomon's voice stopped me as I picked up the empty donut box. I was ready to trash it before I exited the office, hot on Lucas's heels. Yep. I plastered a smile on my face, turning back to him as Flaherty squeezed past. Close the door. Oh, no. The last time we had a close-the-door conversation, it resulted with me getting furious and insulted. My heart plummeted as I tapped the door shut and took Fletcher's vacated seat. Apparently, none of my colleagues could figure out why Solomon had hired a formerly blonde bimbo who wore cute little skirts and high heels. Since that time, I've been wearing pants or jeans, still with heels because I do have standards, and I solved a bunch of cases. Right now, they could suck it. Tequila not included. I could wear whatever I liked. I've got a job that I want you to work on with me, said Solomon, cutting into my internal indignation. Oh? That was a surprise. I blinked. Twice. Solomon glanced up, his liquid chocolate eyes roaming briefly and alighting on me, but giving nothing away. But it's something that you can refuse. I was intrigued. Solomon wasn't keen on the word no. He definitely liked the word yes. I occasionally had the fleeting thought that he probably liked yes, yes, yes a whole lot. Not that I've ever found myself in a position with him where that slipped from my mouth. I'd been firm on that front. Our relationship was strictly professional. Plus, I had a boyfriend. Adam Maddox, detective, hottie and all-around good guy. The very thought of him could make my heart sing. Go on, I said. The door swung shut with a light click. An old friend of mine at Fort Charles requested our help. There was a murder last week, and the main suspect is in custody. So why do they want to hire us? I asked, cutting to the chase. Solomon leaned back in his chair, his eyes running over me for a long moment, long enough to make me shiver. Then he answered, My friend thinks they've got the wrong guy. Isn't this a military police case? I asked. My eyebrows were pinched together as I thought of everything I knew about Fort Charles. I had a vague mental image of a sprawling compound around 30 miles south of Montgomery. It housed a sizable population of serving Army personnel, their families, and civilian workers. Every so often, the soldiers would whoop it up in Montgomery, drink the town dry, and wake up in the wrong beds. Then there would be a crackdown, during which we wouldn't see them again for months. It was something my best friend Lily used to lament before she started dating my brother Jord. Now she only had eyes for him. And he'd become a soppy idiot. The military police are involved, but we're not being hired by them, Solomon explained as he flipped a page. The suspect is a sergeant who works in the gym, Nathaniel Tate. The person killed was a civilian working on base. Some kind of argument? I asked. I don't know why I bothered. If it had been a simple misunderstanding, Solomon would have said so, and he wouldn't have even brought it up because we wouldn't have been hired. I haven't known Solomon for too long, but I do know he likes